Dream Scenario is a movie starring Nicolas Cage as Paul Matthews. This is a man who suddenly starts appearing in millions of people's dreams across the world, and no one knows why. I don't even think I saw a trailer for this movie, so I was going in really blind, although I did hear all the buzz about it. Does it live up to the hype? Let's find out. Dream Scenario is a beautiful nightmare. It's well directed, well acted, and the story is amazing. But for a movie that's sold as a comedy, it's actually kind of a horror film. And not a horror film with a slasher or a monster or anything like that, but a social horror film. I found myself disturbed during this entire movie just because of the realization of the subject matter that was being presented. We're examining cancel culture and exploitation in ways that are so disturbing because they feel very real, even in this very wild scenario. So while the beauty of this movie is how it's made and how well it's being acted, especially by our lead, Nicolas Cage, the nightmare of it is the situation that Paul Matthews is going through. And let's talk about that for a little bit. So Paul Matthews is just a regular guy. He's a college professor who all he wants to do is write a book and teach his class. He enjoys teaching. He loves it. He goes into class every day enthused to talk about biology with his students. But what ends up happening through no fault of his own is he starts ending up in people's dreams. People he's never met before, his students who he has met and deals with every day. And what is he doing in their dreams? Absolutely nothing. He's just walking around. Imagine a situation where you're having a dream where you were a race car driver and you crashed or you had to go through a pit stop. Paul is just walking around in his regular clothes, just waving to you. You talk to your friend about this dream about your professor who was in your dream for some reason, but you find out that your professor was in their dream as well. Imagine if you're Paul and you go to a restaurant and the person at the front desk says, "Don't I know you from somewhere?" And then another person's like, "Yeah, I recognize you." And all of a sudden, all these people start to recognize that they're all having a dream about the exact same person. You, as a professor, as a regular dude who's just very comfortable in his anonymity, becomes a celebrity. Think about how celebrities are treated today. Every single thing that they say is examined in 20 different ways, and people interpret it in millions of more different ways, and they assign meaning to everything that you do and say on camera, except for the fact that now you're not just out there in the world, you're literally in everybody's minds every single night that they go to sleep. That is a nightmare scenario because now people are looking to you and saying, "Why are you in my dreams? Please stop this. It's weirding me out." You can't do anything about it, but everybody's looking to you as the cause of this weird phenomenon. Now, at first, these dream situations are neutral. Then they start to take a turn where he is active in these dreams. Once again, through no fault of his own. Now he's harming people. Now he's butting into situations that he should not be in. And now people are still blaming him for the perception of him or what they saw. It impacts his family life, it impacts his work life. As Paul starts to gain this fame, people start to come in and try to exploit him. They want to sell products in other people's dreams by having Paul hold maybe an item to self-consciously put that in their dream with him. They have no interest whatsoever in Paul himself. People will use you because they think that they can use you to get to other people. And this exploitive nature, even towards the end of the film where it's really explored, is something that is kind of a sickness within our society. We don't look at people as humans, we look at them as products. And that's exactly how Paul was being looked at once he achieved a certain level of fame. So I'm going to give this movie 3.5 out of 5 sparks. I thought it was a really good film with a lot to say, with a lot of mirrors to hold up to us as a society. And I think that it did it in a very creative and entertaining way. So that was my experience with the movie. What was yours? Let me know in the comment section, and I'll talk to you guys next time.